Land is our mother, and we are her children. We must take care of her. This is a quote from the late Wangari Maathai, a Kenyan environmentalist. Yes, indeed, the land is our mother, and we are there to take care of our land. We are there to take care of our environment. We are there to take care of our resources, natural resources, the water, the air, and all the God-given natural resources. And Africa's natural resources are a blessing, but they are also a curse we must use wisely. Those are the wise words from Nelson Mandela, a wise man from South Africa. And the late Nelson Mandela had many quotes, and this is a, a very wise quote that Africa's natural resources are a blessing, and they're also a curse because everyone wants the resources from Africa. The war in DRC, the wars in around the world are fought over natural resources, and Africa is not an exception. We must use our resources very carefully. We must use our resources with wisdom, and we must remember the wise words from Nelson Mandela. Africa's natural resources are a blessing, but they're also a curse because we have seen many a war, many a soul have died because of the natural resources. So we are compelled from the words of Nelson Mandela. We are compelled from the words of the wise men of Africa. We are compelled to use our natural resources wisely. The environment is a fundamental part of our African culture and heritage. That was Julius Nyerere, late Julius Nyerere, the ex-president of Tanzania. These three quotes from the wise people, wise African people, really give us a look at how important our natural resources are, how important the water that we have in Africa is, how important our air to keep it clean, how important our land to keep it clean, how important our rivers are for us to keep them clean. Ladies and gentlemen, we must learn from Wangari Maathai. We must learn from Nelson Mandela. We must learn from Julius Nyerere and the others that they give us. These wise words, even if we Google, we look at from the tabloids and we see that Africa is abundant resources. Africa has abundant natural resources, but we are compelled to use them wisely. As Nelson Mandela has told us, we are also compelled to use them because they're a fundamental part of our culture. African culture is pregnant with ways and means of looking after natural resources. African culture is pregnant with ideas of looking after our natural resources. All we have is to dig down into African culture, and all we have to do is to research, to Google on the ways of keeping our environment, just like Wangari Maathai has told us that our land is our mother. Africa is our mother, and we are her children, and we are compelled to look after her resources and take care of her in the best way of the. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take care of Africa. Let's take care of our natural resources. Let's use them wisely. Okay, have a good day.